One of the great injustices of modern capitalism is its requirement that countless people work long and hard hours with little pay, while other people, purely due to luck, get infinitely more wealth and infinitely less work. Countless workers toil at the foundation of the capitalist economy, only to be told the solution to their problems is to work harder to escape these positions, often by people who know nothing of work. These positions are inescapable. Someone has to fill them. The whole system is propped up upon them. Some people can escape, but someone will always need to do these jobs. Anyone who denies this does not even understand the nature of the system that they defend. Capitalism needs these workers. They are a requirement to prop up the whole economic superstructure. The individualist solution may help a few escape, but it will never change the fact that the economy requires that countless people do not escape. In the mind of the delusional individualist, everyone can be some hard-working, wealthy entrepreneur, but at the end of the day, you are still going to need countless people to fill those low-level jobs. Everyone can escape poverty by working hard and smart, except they can't. The system needs these workers. Low-level work is the foundation upon which it sits. Any capitalist individualist who denies this is either lying to you or doesn't even understand the system they defend. The capitalist economy cannot be solely comprised of wealthy entrepreneurs. This is very obvious stuff. The wealth they hoard has to come from somewhere. Capitalism requires two classes, the workers and the capitalists. Those who work the means of production, and those who own it, the proletariat and the bourgeoisie. A very large chunk of that first class is always going to be low-level workers. This is because this is fundamental to the economic structure. It is a necessity of the system. Capitalism needs a mass of low-level workers to rest upon. Where do you think all that capital comes from? Your individualist delusions will never change that. The individualist dreams of solving poverty by working hard and smart to climb the classes are just that. They are dreams with no basis in reality. They betray the delusional and foolish nature of those who espouse them. Working hard will save a few. Perhaps it will even save you. But at the end of the day, the injustice is inherent and systemic. You don't change a systemic injustice with individualist ladder-climbing solutions. You merely get to switch from oppressed to oppressor, and that's if you are one of the very lucky ones. For most, the idea of switching from oppressed to oppressor will never amount to anything but a fantasy, a coping mechanism fed to them by their oppressors to help them cope with their plight. Capitalism is propped up on the convincing of the oppressed that they may one day join the oppressor. Most of them never will, and what kind of a victory is that? You get to sell any sense of morality for material comfort. We should want a superior society, a moral society, where wealth is shared for the interest of all. Don't let them trick you into thinking this is a purely individual issue. Individual decisions are not meaningless, but at the end of the day, this issue is a deeply systemic one. You do not toil alone. Their individualist rhetoric is intended to convince you that you do, but there are many others who are in the same unjust position as you are, and the individualist lies only serve to prevent you from realizing that fact and having the class unity that will lead to the desired systemic change. Perhaps it is not the people who must all change their ways, when doing so is literally at odds with the fundamental structure of the system. Perhaps it is the system which requires some adjustment.